Relationships. They're messy, right? One minute it's sunshine and roses, the next you're arguing about who left the milk out. We've all been there. Whether it's with your partner, your best friend, or even your family, disagreements happen. It's normal. Don't beat yourself up about it. You might fight about money, chores, or maybe even just the TV remote. It feels like you're speaking different languages sometimes, but here's the thing, conflict doesn't have to mean the end. It's an opportunity to grow closer. Remember, you're on the same team. The goal is to understand each other, not to win the argument. Let's learn how to turn those arguments into something positive. Stick with me, and I'll give you the tools to build stronger, happier relationships. Conflict happens. You might be thinking, why even try? Conflicts are just a part of life, and you're right, they are. But here's the deal. Letting conflicts fester can be like leaving a wound untreated. It gets infected, starts to smell bad, and can cause even bigger problems down the road. Unresolved conflicts lead to resentment, anger, and distance. Trust me, I've seen it 1,000 times on my show. It can even lead to the breakdown of the relationship. Who wants that? But when you address conflicts head-on, in a healthy way, something magical happens. You build trust, strengthen your bond, and learn to communicate better. It takes effort, but the payoff is huge. A happier, healthier relationship. So, are you ready to put in the work? Let's dive into some practical tips. Okay, picture this. You're in the heat of the moment. Emotions are running high, and you're about to say something you'll regret. We've all been there. But here's the key. Don't engage. Take a step back, breathe, and give yourself some space. Think of it like a timeout. Go for a walk, listen to music, do whatever helps you chill out. When you're calmer, you can think more clearly and communicate more effectively. Remember, it's not about running away from the problem. It's about approaching it with a level head. Once you've both had a chance to cool down, you can start addressing the issue in a more constructive way. Trust me on this one. Taking a break can save you a whole lot of heartache. Remember kindergarten? We learned to use our words, not our fists. Well, guess what? That still applies. Talking it out is crucial for resolving conflicts. Choose a time and place where you can both talk openly and honestly without distractions. Put away your phones, turn off the TV, and give each other your undivided attention. Now here's the important part. Speak your truth, but do it with kindness and respect. Avoid blaming or attacking. Instead of saying, "You always do this," try, "I feel hurt" when, remember, communication is a two-way street. Both people need to feel heard and understood. So take turns speaking and listening. Which brings me to my next point. Section 5, listen up. Hearing isn't just with your ears. Listening is just as important as talking, maybe even more so. And I'm not talking about just waiting for your turn to speak. I'm talking about truly hearing and understanding the other person's perspective. Put yourself in their shoes. Try to see the situation from their point of view, even if you don't agree with it. This helps you build empathy and find common ground. Pay attention to their body language and tone of voice. Sometimes what's not being said is just as important as what is. Ask clarifying questions to make sure you're on the same page. Remember, listening shows the other person that you respect them and value their feelings. And that goes a long way in resolving conflicts peacefully. Section 6, see their side, walking in each other's shoes. Think back to a time when you had a misunderstanding with someone. Maybe you felt frustrated or angry because you didn't feel understood. Now imagine if the other person had really tried to see things from your perspective. That's the power of empathy. It's about stepping outside of your own experience and trying to understand the other person's feelings, even if you don't agree with them. It's not always easy, especially when emotions are running high. But if you can make an effort to see their side, it can completely change the dynamic of the conflict. It shows the other person that you care about their feelings and that you're willing to work towards a solution together. Remember, you're not admitting fault or saying that you were wrong. You're simply acknowledging their experience and validating their emotions. And that can make all the difference. Section 7, finding middle ground. Nobody wins in a fight. Here's a hard truth. In a relationship, there are no winners or losers. When you're constantly trying to win an argument, you're actually losing something far more important: connection. The goal isn't to be right or to prove the other person wrong. It's to find a solution that works for both of you. That's where compromise comes in. Compromise isn't about one person giving up and the other getting their way. It's about finding a middle ground that meets both of your needs. It requires flexibility, understanding, and a willingness to let go of the need to be right. Remember, you're on the same team. You both want what's best for the relationship, so be willing to give and take. Focus on finding solutions that benefit both of you. Section 8. Forgiving and forgetting, letting go of the grudge. Holding on to anger and resentment is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. It only hurts you in the end. Forgiveness is a gift you give yourself. It doesn't mean forgetting what happened or condoning bad behavior. It simply means letting go of the anger and resentment so you can move forward. Forgiveness takes time. Don't pressure yourself to do it overnight. Start by acknowledging your feelings of hurt and anger. Then, try to find a way to let go of the negative emotions. Remember, forgiveness is a process, not a destination. It's something you have to choose to do every day. And it's one of the most powerful things you can do for yourself and your relationships. Section 9. Moving on, don't let the past ruin your future. Once you've resolved a conflict, it's time to move on. Don't dwell on the past or bring it up in future arguments. That's like picking at a scab. It'll never heal properly. Focus on the present and the future of your relationship. Learn from your mistakes and use them as an opportunity to grow stronger together. Remember, every relationship has its ups and downs. Conflicts are a normal part of life. It's how you handle them that determines the strength and longevity of your bond. So, let go of the past, forgive each other, and focus on building a happy and fulfilling future together. Section 10. Getting help. Sometimes you need a referee. Look, even with the best intentions, sometimes you need a little help. There's no shame in seeking professional guidance from a therapist or counselor. They can provide a safe and neutral space for you to talk through your issues and develop healthy communication skills. Think of it like going to the doctor for a checkup. It's about preventative care for your relationship. A therapist can help you identify unhealthy patterns, improve your communication, and strengthen your bond. Remember, asking for help is a sign of strength, not weakness. It shows that you're committed to making your relationship work. Section 11. Happily ever after. Conflict doesn't mean the end. Remember those fairy tales we grew up with? The prince and princess always lived happily ever after. Well, real life is a little more complicated than that. Conflict is a part of every relationship, even the strongest ones. But here's the good news. Conflict doesn't have to mean the end. In fact, it can actually be an opportunity for growth and deeper connection. When you learn to navigate conflict effectively, you build trust, intimacy, and resilience in your relationships. You learn to communicate more effectively, understand each other better, and appreciate your differences. So, embrace the challenges, learn from your mistakes, and never give up on the people you love, because a little conflict can actually lead to a whole lot of love. Section 12. Spread the love, share the secret to happy relationships. I hope this information has been helpful for you. Remember, building strong and healthy relationships takes effort, but it's so worth it. The payoff is a lifetime of love, happiness, and connection. Now here's where you come in. Share this video with your friends, family, and loved ones. Let's spread the message of love, understanding, and healthy relationships. Because everyone deserves to experience the joy of a truly fulfilling connection. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more relationship advice and insights. Together, let's make the world a more loving and understanding place, one relationship at a time.